Guys, this one is a stunner, and I'm not talking about the real estate sign. I'm talking about this home over in Highland Township in Prestwick Village, which we are going to tour right now. It is 6,724 square feet of luxury, 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 1 half bath, and I had to put a sign in the backyard. Stick around and find out why. My name is Michael Perna. If you want to see this home or any home in Metro Detroit, give me a call. I've been selling homes for 24 years, and I am proud to take you on a tour of this new listing of ours. It is going to be fantastic. All right, let's go. All right, guys, before we go in, you know I love to do my exteriors first, and check out this lawn, this landscape. It's so good, so good. Meticulously maintained, and we're really early spring, so it really hasn't come in yet, but when this comes in, it's fantastic. I've seen pictures that the owners have shared with me. And then this is one of the reasons why I love Prestwick Village. All of these homes are unique. There are actually many reasons, but all these homes are unique, and they're all exceptionally well maintained, which is very cool. So they had a whole bunch of different layouts and floor plans and specs and models and everything in here when they built it. They did a great job with it. Okay, we're walking around. As always, I like to do my outsides, my exteriors first. One of the great features of this specific home is the 3-car garage with the extra foot added up at the top where the garage doors are. Whoop, come on, gimbal, work with me here. There we go. See, so this garage door is actually 1 foot taller, which is great if you've got a taller truck like mine. I drive an Escalade, or if you have like a work van like my father does. He's a master electrician. Okay, so we're going to continue on straight to the backyard because I know y'all want to see why we would even put a real estate sign out there. I would ask myself that same question if I didn't already know. And then as well, I mean, look at that AC unit, huge. But they also have a whole house generator that will kick on if you lose power for some reason. Highland Township doesn't really lose power that often, thankfully. I've lived out here before. But every once in a while, you know, DTE will not necessarily be the best. Yeah, also comment below what you guys think the price of this property is. I would love to hear some opinions on that, and I will do a reveal of the price at the end. So the reason why we did the second sign back here is because it is on a golf course, right? And then there's the water feature, AKA where all my golf balls go every time. That's just how I golf. That's just how I golf. Let's take a look at the back of the home. I bet if you had a golf ball retriever, you could find literally hundreds of golf balls in there. All right, so here's the back of the property. I love that full bank of windows. So you're really taking advantage of the view. And then it's a finished walkout basement. Wait till we get to the basement. It's amazing. They've got a patio up here, which is fairly large. It's about 1,500 square feet. And then they've got a second patio down here and the third patio up there, which we're going to show you what that's off of as well. All right, continuing on. Let's get inside this home, show you guys the kitchen. Yeah, I actually met the owners just a little bit ago, right before the shooting, and you can tell just the amount of love that they put into this home through the years. The amount of detail work is spectacular. And while we're walking over back to the front door, I'm going to tell you a little more about this one. That is a gorgeous day for a shoot. Could not ask for better weather. Not even a little. And shooting homes like this is one of the things I love about my job. Yeah, so this home came to us, and so far they are listed with one of my agents and love my agents so far. And I cannot wait to help these guys move on to the next stage of their life. All right, so the doors are fantastic. They're solid wood doors. As you can see, even though the sun beats down on them, because of the quality of the door and the quality of the finish, they haven't faded whatsoever. So, and that's the difference between a good door and a great door. Okay, when we first walk in, camera's gonna have to adjust to the new lighting. I need to adjust to the new lighting, clearly. Look at that, very, very open. Okay, the kitchen is back this way. We're gonna get there, but first, we're gonna take it to the dining room, because you know I like to go room by room. Okay, so really nice chandelier. Ooh, nice furniture, nice furniture. Okay, one of the things that I like about these guys is they did go with a little bit more of a unique molding. So they didn't go with the Home Depot cookie cutter. They went with something that's more ridged. I know it's a little hard to see in the camera. And then they also went with a great hardwood floor. Look at that. Wider plank and staggered. And it looks like it's been weathered, like almost like somebody drug chains across it, which is awesome. I love that texture, and I love that attention to detail. Okay, and you'll see the same hardwood floor carry in several spots of the home, and it all matches. And of course, we've got nice tile at the entry, as you want, because if you're coming in with wet shoes, tile's a little easier. And then, but nope, we're not even gonna go there yet. Actually, yeah, let's do that one real quick. And then we've got the office. Nice open office. Now, there was an option to put doors on. You can still put doors on if you want to close the office. I personally like a more open office, but that's just me. I feel more connected with the rest of the house when I'm working. If I really need a private space, I'd probably, frankly, take a walk outside. Ooh, that looks like my desk. It's not my desk, but it looks like my desk. And of course, overhead lighting. Of course. Of course. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice job on the spindles and the stairs. We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, let's just soak all of this in. So there's a catwalk on top to get to one of the other bedrooms. But then when you walk in, it's beautiful. Those windows, you let in so much light, especially in the evenings when the light is most important, it comes straight in, just the way the home is facing. Okay, little anteroom until the master bedroom. Nice master bedroom. It's a great size. They carry the hardwood floor through it, which is awesome. There's the door wall to get to the one of the upper patios, which is a private patio for the master suite, which is great. And then if you look up at this molding, let me punch in. The molding is 2 inches wider than a standard molding. So that was definitely upgraded at the time of build, which is great. Let me punch back out. Nice chandelier. Got it, that's a nice touch. You know, good lighting can make almost all the difference in the world. There we go. Oop. Pull that camera back down a little bit. Let's go into the closet. Okay, nice large, whoa, that was larger than I thought it was gonna be. First time I was here, I did not expect that. This is a huge walk-in closet. Look how big this thing is. And this thing's got 2 chandeliers in it, like little mini ones. It's cute, it's cute. They've got all kinds of built-ins, which is really nice. I know a lot of builders will start with a very basic walk-in closet and give you like 1 rod. These guys definitely took it upon themselves to do a lot of nice built-ins. And there are drawers and more cabinet here, which is great, which again, is built into the property. Awesome, awesome, good job guys. Nice closet. That closet is like as big as my bedroom. I still wouldn't get to use any of it probably. If you know, you know. Guys, you know. Comment below how much, if you're a guy, comment below what percentage of the master bedroom closet you guys use. I know I probably shouldn't have done that, but we're going there. Okay, so they've got 2 vanities, which are separated, which I kind of like actually. So there's the other one. I do actually like the separation, honestly, because I feel like with the homes with just the 1 vanity way over here, where they do a double sink, there just never seems to be enough room because not to be, you know, just saying, just the products will seem to encroach and extend and eventually make their way all the way across, and then I'm left with a toothbrush. And that's all I get. Yeah, which is actually kind of fine. Okay, so jetted tub like that. Nice shower. Good job with that. Oh, and the shower pan looks good. So that's interesting. So on a lot of homes in general, if it's a lower quality tile work, you'll start seeing cracking and discoloration. And we're not seeing any of that here. This was a quality job that somebody did. Yeah, I know. Like I've laid tile myself, and one would think that it's very easy, but it's actually not quite as easy as it looks. Okay, let's keep going. Now we're gonna get to the living room and the kitchen. Oh yeah. So here's the living room, right? Gorgeous piano. You know, I'm still trying to learn how to play piano. I played a little bit as a kid, did pretty well actually, if I do say so myself. And then tried to take it back up during COVID, but I am just not good at piano. True story. Look at that fireplace. Huge. So good. So that's a gas burning fireplace. I just turned it on before we started filming. It's about twice the size of a normal build fireplace, which I like. That thing gives off some heat. I'm gonna start sweating. And then the fireplace stack extends all the way, the stone extends all the way to the ceiling. And then as well, you've got a ton of recessed lights in here. And then a nice chandelier. And the recessed lights just go for days. Yep. Oh, little sneak peek of what the upstairs is gonna look like. Don't worry, we'll get there. But then right off the living room and right off this great bank of windows, we've got the kitchen, which we're coming in hot to. There we go. Now you guys, you can see this eat-in dining room or eat-in kitchen. It can seat, let's see, probably 3, 6, 8, 10. And there's a lot of room left over. And then look at that, that's again, really nice lighting. So lighting really does make a huge difference in a house, in my opinion. Like you can, it's something personal, it's a personal touch you can add to differentiate and add a pop. And then here you've got a really, really nice travertine tile. Again, really, really nice job with whoever did the work on it. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I like that. And then the kitchen, great kitchen. Huge kitchen island with all the built-ins, of course. Nice hood vent, fantastic range. Look at that thing. That thing's got 6 burners and a griddle. That's cool with the double oven and the warming drawers. That's nice, I like that. And then the built-in fridge with the extra pantries around it. Good job on that. So let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that is a nice fridge. One day when I grow up, I'll have a fridge that nice. Okay, and we're moving. Here's the butler pantry here. And look at this, another nice light. Good job, guys. And I really like when people do this, when they go with the nice decorative panes. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but again, it's just a nice touch that one can do. All right, here's the powder room on the main floor. Nice lighting. See, this is the cool thing about these powder rooms I'm seeing a lot of people do. My mother did this, where she did some really unique and cool wallpaper. This actually has a little bit of a green hue with gold. But only the one room. So you can in today's design world go with a super intricate or super detailed wallpaper in one room and it just pops and it makes the whole house. It really does. Really nice vanity. And it's tall. So that is about waist high. So it is the taller vanity, which is nice. So you're not like bending down into the sink trying to wash your face. Closet and then laundry room. Love a good first floor laundry, don't we know? Master's on the first floor, so the laundry's on the first floor. Garage door. Nice garage. Again, you've got the taller panels. You've got the taller garage door because it's a taller garage. You got the club car because, of course, we're on a golf course, so why wouldn't you have a golf cart? And then they did do an extended bump out on the garage. I'm gonna go to the other side to show how big it is. So you've got some definitely nice extra storage. I like the old Pepsi machine. That's cool. So you've got some nice extra storage because this garage is about 5 feet deeper than an average garage. Yeah. I like that protective coating on the floor that they did. That's cool. Good job, guys. Okay. So we have now seen one of the bedrooms, one of the bathrooms, the kitchen, the living room, the fireplace, of course. And now let's start heading upstairs. There are 2 ways to get upstairs. So you've got one staircase over here with the iron railings and one over there also with the iron railings, but they both get you to about the same spot. One thing I like is that they did the hardwood all the way up, which is nice. And then they went with a really nice iron railing here. Good job. I've never owned a home with a curvy staircase, but it's definitely on my list. So they continue the hardwood up here, which came out again, great. Let me know what you guys think about the hardwood and the color. I mean, this kind of a rusticy, almost in the woods color. Is this something you like, or do you like more of a rich cherry? Do you like a lighter wood? Tell me what you guys think. Okay, so from this landing, you've got a couple of bedrooms over here, and then you've got another loft area over here. There are a couple of steps leading up to it, which we're gonna get to that in just a minute. but I just want to sit and appreciate. And I know it's a little hard to see, but there are some golfers that are driving by. So where this is positioned on the fairway, you're not going to get a ton of people actually stopping right in the backyard. Between where the tee is on this side and where the hole is on this side, this is a house you actually pass by as you're golfing. You don't sit and take a shot behind it, which I kind of like that. I kind of like that. You just see the golf carts just whizzing by and they're not really stopping. Okay, so here is a bedroom. Nice bank of closets. We're going to open that up for sure. Yeah, that's a big closet. Yeah. So something that some builders did at the time, which was a little more unique, is it does cost more money, is they did these little bump outs up here to have the window, the half moon windows, which is actually very cool. So it lets in a lot more light. I don't even need that overhead light on right now, actually, but it is. Ooh, nice ceiling fan. And again, they just continued the same hardwood floor, which I love. I love the matchy-matchy. Not even same, but different. Same. Okay. Bedroom number 3, another large bedroom, and even more closet space. That is a whole bank of closets, like an entire wall. Ooh, I want to open up this one. Wonder what's in it. Oh, it's just continuation of the same closet. Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic. I was thinking it would be like a secret room or a Hobbit hideout or, you know, a Harry Potter like kind of thing. It is not. Oh, nice job. Look at those counters. Okay. So they did a different style here, which I like. I like the differentiation. They did a different tile, and then they did a nice solid surface countertop with a lot of detail and veins, which is very cool looking. And then they decorated appropriately for the black and white motif, which is cool. Good job on that bathroom. Here we go. So this is the 4th bedroom. There could be, there are 5, so we're gonna get, if there's a hidden bedroom here, guys, we're gonna get to it. There could be yet another bedroom if you needed it. You could enclose the loft area into a bedroom. Again, huge bank of closets. Oh, and one thing I like about this place is check this out here. Watch this. Solid doors, solid 2-panel wood doors. So nice. 2-panel is so in right now, and solid doors are expensive, but for noise purposes, they're fantastic. And you could just feel it. You could just feel the heaviness of a solid door. So then here's the loft area with a really nice built-in bookshelf. All right, let's step back and look at the whole thing. And there's the bookshelf. And again, nice lighting. Great area for entertaining, great area for kids to throw all like the teenagers up here or the younger kids up here where you can still hear them. So if you've got kids, you know, you can still hear them from the main area where you're in, but they've got a space for themselves if they want to set up like a console, like a PS or an Xbox or, you know, whichever one you'd like. Ooh, good books. Oh, well, would you check that out? They got a little Dean Koontz, of course, but look at that. They've got a book on the Jesuits. And for those of you guys watching me for a while, you probably know I went to a Jesuit high school here in Metro Detroit, actually in Detroit, U of D Jesuit. If you are considering sending your kids to a private Catholic school, your boys only really, I would highly recommend scoping out U of D Jesuit. A friend of mine literally just texted me that he was taking his son by. And then they've also got a book about Jimmy Hoffa. How Detroit. I love that. I love looking at people's books because I'm a huge reader, as I'm sure you guys are too. Let me ask you the question. What's a book or a series that you guys think I should be reading right now? I've read books all the way ranging from like Sapiens to business books to, let's go down this way. Sapiens to business books, fantasy adventure. I'm big on my Tolkien, big on my Robert Jordan. Throw something in the comments, something I'd like. I need a new read. Doesn't matter, could be business, could be personal, could be fun. And now we're gonna head to the basement. The basement, I know, we've been waiting for it. We're gonna get there. Yeah, I just reread The Infinite Game for all you business people out there, and I'm reading a Story Brand 2.0. Now, of course, I've read, you know, George R.R. Martin, David Eddings, all those guys. Okay. Wow. All right, this basement is killer. Wow. Okay, I might have to tripod this thing and actually talk and walk about it. I think we're gonna do that actually. But first, I want to note these two lights right here, specifically shining on the piece of art that's centered here. That's really cool. I'm actually gonna take a picture of that because I love this idea. And I wanna capture that for later. While we're at it, there you go. Just got a picture of us, guys. How's that? Okay, workout room. And again, very, very high ceilings. Once we get to an unfinished portion of the basement, I'm gonna talk about that. Yeah, a little mini Smith machine, like that. Treadmill. Ooh, do not like the treadmill running. Oh, I did the Martian Marathon the other day, guys, a couple weeks ago, and I did the Milford Half, which was a surprisingly nice run. If you guys have a run that you guys love, let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking for another good run. It doesn't have to be in Michigan. I don't care where it is. Okay, so they went with the extra tall vanity, which I like. Also on Memorial Weekend, I think I'm gonna do the Bayshore Marathon up in Traverse City along the water, which is great. If you haven't been to Traverse City, Michigan, you're missing out. Okay, so this one they did fully tiled, which is nice. Little bench in there, which is nice. But they did this stone floor, which feels really cool on the feet. Yep. Did a great job with the squeegee. Yep. And then there's the shower head. Nice. Yep. Now, this is, I want to note this, this is a steam shower. So you see how that is 100% enclosed? And then right there, you've got a seal. And then here is where you set your temperature for the steam shower, which is really, really, really nice before you get into the shower. Never actually had one, but I've had the pleasure of using one. Okay, storage room. Deep freezer, love that. And that's a good real estate thing to know. If you ever have a home where you see a deep freezer in it, it's not the worst thing to throw that in the offer because a lot of sellers don't want to move them and they're actually quite useful. Okay, so I do want to show you guys something. So here's what I'm going to do. There we go, active tracking enabled. Let's put you right there. Look at how tall this ceiling is. Like there's no way I can touch the top. So they went an extra 2 feet higher. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 3 feet higher than a standard ceiling, which is amazing and excellent. I love that so much. All right, spin back around. Cool. Okay. Lot of electrical. Okay, so they've got your main box here, but then you've got your extra box here. This is for the generator itself. This is the power transfer switch. So all you gotta do is flip it over and then it powers right into the main here, should you lose power. God, I love those. Yeah, my dad used to install those actually. Furnace with maintenance. Okay, this is something we're showing you guys. Okay, so when you're looking at homes, there are 2 things you're gonna see right here. You're either gonna see PVC direct vent out like this, out, or you're gonna see an aluminum stack that comes up. Here's the difference. The aluminum stack is an 80% efficient furnace, which is known as a low efficient furnace. When you see the PVC coming out, it's a high efficient furnace. How high? I'm not exactly sure. I don't see the tag. Could be a 93, could be a 96, could be a 97, but it is a high efficient furnace, which means lower heating bills. And the reason I know that is because when you have a high efficient furnace, the fumes need to go directly to the outside. They can't just go up a stack and possibly linger in the house. So when you're looking at houses, guys, go look at the furnace and take a look, and then you'll know whether you're gonna have high heat bills or low heat bills. And those highs get pretty highs and those lows get pretty lows. Actually, that's not the saying. The saying is, ain't got no highs, ain't got no lows, must be bows. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of bows, clearly. And then here's the 5th bedroom. So there are actually 3 means of fire escape in this basement. It's required to be 2 if it's a bedroom, but this one has 3. You've got the window well here, which you can climb up and out of. Nice bedroom. Oh, nice recessed lighting. More recessed. Love that. Okay, continuing. And then you've got the stairs over here, of course. And yep, I'm gonna get to that kitchen. and then you've got the walkout over here. Okay, so they did a bar and a kitchenette. It's a huge basement. I mean, look at this thing. So the finished portion of this basement, and I'm just pulling it up and looking, the finished portion of this basement is over 2,000 square feet, including the bedrooms, the weight rooms, the full bath, all of it. So then over here, they did a second kitchen. The only thing that's missing is the dishwasher. Nope, I'm so sorry. The dishwasher blended in. It's right here. I was just looking at that spot right there. You could do like a mini fridge or something there if you wanted to. Okay, okay. Very cool. Okay, I kind of like that. I actually have a flying pig statue in my own house. People after my own heart. I like that quite a bit. And the owners are great. I had a chance to meet them. They're fantastic. Okay, so this bar is the Apex. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, look at the old-timey phone. That's cool. Okay, so it looks like this bar will seat, currently there are 5 seats here, but it will seat 6 or 7 if you needed to. But then they did some really cool stuff over here. So not only did they build in this really nice wood bar, really nice, look how shiny that is. It's polished very nicely. But then the ceiling, they did a custom ceiling. How cool is that? I love those panels. That's nice. And again, a lot of recessed lighting. Yeah, these guys did a great job. We're gonna do a little bit of a run by down this bar. This bar is better stocked than some of the bars I go to. Okay, so let's do a view out here. We are the bartenders, guys, and this is what we see. And now we can entertain our guests and our friends in a very, very fun place. Yep, man, this is a huge basement. Look at this thing. So cool. So what I would use this for is, so my sister, brother-in-law, niece, and nephew live abroad, as some of you know, because I probably mentioned it in my videos before. And what I would use this for is, I would make this actually, let me think about how I would do this. So I would do this as almost an apartment. So when they come and visit, because it makes no sense for them to do a 20-hour flight just to visit for a week, right? So they would stay 3 weeks, a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever that looks like. I would literally just give them this entire main level as their own apartment, because I mean, yeah, okay, not so much the bar with the niece and the nephews. You know, they're a little young for that, but they have their own kitchen, they have their own full bathroom, and they've got their own bedroom, and they've got all of their own living space, and then they even have their own outside space if they wanted to be separate. Because as many of you know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I am a massive, massive introvert, and I want nothing to do with a lot of people most of the time. No, that was not the right way to say that. I do get energy in small groups of people or really good deep conversation, but you know, unlike my director of sales, I can't stand there in front of 100 people and talk for 8 hours. That is just not me. I would have to literally pack it up and I'd be done for like 2 days. Okay guys, so tell me what you guys think about this home. Leave in the comments what your favorite feature is. Leave in the comments what you think this home is missing, and also leave in the comments how much you think this home is. In addition to that, scope out some of our other home tours. We've done some really, really cool properties, including an over $2 million property in Birmingham. All those videos, of course, can be found right here. And guys, my name is Mike Perna, local Metro Detroit real estate agent. I would love to get the call to help you find your next property. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.